We're in Paris for 24 hours and we're letting our Instagram followers tell us what to do. They've already sent us a bunch of suggestions and they're spread out. So we'll see how many we can get to. If you don't follow us on Instagram yet, check it out in the links below. Anyway, let's go.
The goal for this challenge was to do as many of these things that you guys suggested without using public transportation. The reason we decided to do that was so that we would see as much of the city as possible on foot and not miss things while you're on the subway or taking a taxi or you're just driving quickly past something. It also kind of plays into the wandering around the city aspect of the challenge.
Excuse me while I just yeet out this window.
Our morning started out with a big breakfast at our hotel before starting the adventure.
We're gonna get our full English breakfast. It's a French breakfast. It's so called an English breakfast. It's a little bit rainy, but it's so cute out here. Cutie! How was that? Just kidding. It's good. This place is so nice. I'm so glad we did this. Me too. And look at this garden. It's my favorite. It is a little rainy. I never hurt nobody. No. And the attendant came out. She's like, no. Let me set your table up. And I was like, it's okay. The rain never hurt nobody. And then she was like, no. I have cushions. So she went grab those cushions. Marie, the baguettes. Hurry up. All we do is just quote Disney movies and say them about things that we see in real life. The first step is coffee because we have to find coffee, and we bumped into this amazing little cafe. They have filtered coffee. And I think they weren't a roastery, but they knew what they were doing, and that was really, really special to us. Here it seems like, again, I'm gonna get into another coffee ramble, but the coffee isn't necessarily like a super big priority, but everyone told me that in Paris the coffee is not that great, but everywhere we went had a really good place that knew what they were doing. I did drink 3 coffees this morning at the breakfast. Call it an addiction, okay? Call it what it is. I mean, you have to admit that you have a problem. I also think that you know what you're looking for, so when you're walking by a cafe, you know whether or not you want to walk into it. That wasn't on the list, but here we are. Then we walked down the street and we saw a camera store. It's all expertise. But I wasn't planning to go inside, and Luke was like, we gotta go inside. And so we went inside. We were looking for a specific camera that if we could find here, the conversion rate's not the perfect greatest, but if they had it here, Luke was like, we just need to buy it. They didn't have it. So we were like, okay, well, we just enjoyed looking around and seeing all of the Sony things, which I'm always down to do a little camera shopping, a little light shopping. They had some really cool lights there. Anyway, not the point. So then we were like, crap, we were getting very distracted. We need to keep going. Ooh, that's huge. Oh, that's where we're going. What are you doing? Joy, man. Look at this. Look at that. We're already failing. Oh my goodness. But that is part of wandering, I guess. Yeah, you gotta wander, man. I love that. The bike chain necklace. That is super cool. 790 €. Ain't no way. So then we actually made it to our first destination, which I actually don't know how to say. It's this place. It was suggested to us, so we decided to put it on the list as the first stop because it was kind of between us and like on our way. And I was like, oh, it kind of looks like the City Museum. Now, if you don't know what that is, I think we have a video about it from a long time ago. But it's a giant like industrial museum that was all welded together by this one man in a giant warehouse in St. Louis. And it's basically just a kid's playground, and they've made it safe, but it's all like themed after like water or sky. And there's like a bus rolling off the side of the edge that you can climb out on. And it's all very safe, but it's very cool. And this is kind of what this is giving me, like the same vibes. You know, same vibes. It is a museum of sorts. I would say it's more of like an art museum than an exploration and like discovery museum. But it looks really cool. Somebody did say it would take us like a long time to get through it. Yeah, so like half day. I don't think we're gonna go inside, but we're gonna walk around. It was really cool, but I was gonna like, we don't have time to go inside because it would take too much time to do that whole experience. But it looked like it was really cool. Yeah. From what was online, it looked like it would have been a really fun experience to try. I wish we had more time. Look how cool that is. No, I want to go up there. I want to go up there. I want to go inside. It's It's really not that expensive. I think it's like 15 euro to get in. So it's like $17 maybe. Yeah. So for the two of us, it'd be less than 40. It isn't bad for a museum. But we don't have time. We don't have time. Gotta keep moving.
But next to it was this beautiful fountain. And Paul didn't realize that that was actually like the courtyard for the museum. No, I just thought it was a cool art installation. But we were like, okay, crap, we gotta get to Notre Dame, and it's like south of here. So we were like, let's just wiggle through this little alleyway, you know?
Well, actually, we almost did it. We were walking, and I was like, oh, this alley's cute. So I just turned into the alley. Yeah. And I walked in the alley, and I had to see this little... I couldn't read the sign. It was all in French. And I was like, that looks like a vintage store, maybe a thrift store. I said, let's go inside. I'm so glad I did. Yeah. We walked inside immediately within the first 5 minutes. There was this jacket that was like, it had like a liner on the inside and it was flannel on the outside. And I have one at home that I love. I don't always love the color. That one had the best color. Oh, can you try this on so I know how I look? Okay. I love it. I don't need any more jackets. I don't need any more jackets. But it's so worn. Trying it on one more time just in case he wants to wear it home. It is really big. But...
So we passed on it day. But then I was looking at the flannels right behind it. I found a Pearl Snap little red version, pulled it off the shelf, right next to it. Right next to it.
Oh, is it vintage one piece? I mean, not like super vintage, but like... Is it like a... It's like a long sleeve shirt, right? No, it's just an oversized, but like... It's like oversized crop, though.
A vintage one piece Asian. It has Japanese on the back of it.
Stop. That's the kind of stuff we always are looking for.
Guys, let me tell you, when I tell you I was obsessed when I put this on, I'm not even kidding. I was obsessed.
It is too early that I need to be carrying things around, but I'm not going to let somebody else buy it in front of me.
I was obsessed. It's the kind of thing that you pull up, you know. And you say,
Oh, this isn't a vlog. We're doing a voiceover.
I know. You just know. You just know. You just say,
Paul, this is the voiceover.
It's really not. I'm going to cut back and forth from it. This area was probably our favorite area that we actually discovered in Paris. I like the touristy things, but I tend to really love these like niche little cute shoppable areas. And so this was actually really special. This whole area was very special for me. I don't know if it's because I love knowing where the locals go, but every person that walked in seemed to know the owner. And so that means I knew that they'd been there before. So either they were tourists that would come back or they lived in the area. I don't know if they get them every day or if Monday's just the day that they get all their stuff, but they were pulling in bags of vintage clothing, giant bags of vintage clothing. It is so cheap, you guys. Like that shirt was €5, which is like $5. When we're in anywhere else in the States, in Japan, in anywhere Scotland, $25 for a t-shirt. You know, like it's not cheap. Yeah, no. So this was incredibly reasonable. We wanted to buy the entire store. I was mad I went vintage shopping in Scotland. I should have just done it here.
Yeah, dude, like everything here.
I would come back to Paris just to go vintage shopping. And somebody said you can find a lot of luxury vintage. It's not as cheap as what we were talking about right now. We find a lot of luxury vintage because there's so much luxury waste. And they're just trying to get rid of it. They're just trying to get it rehomed so it's not wasted. I also assume it's like New York where there's not a lot of closet space. So the amount of clothing turnover is pretty great because you don't have room to store it. So I think that's probably plays into that as well. Absolutely. Then we made our way to our first stop, Notre Dame, which is right around the corner. Actually, this shop was really close to Notre Dame.
What a fun thrift find. Should we just go back there? We're gonna have to go back there on the way back. On the way back. Actually, we might just need to look for more vintage shops. I'm still in shock at how cheap everything was. €5? A shirt? Guys. Super dry pea coat for 50 euros. I could not. Even that second one was also like inexpensive. So I was like kind of incredibly shocked by that. Ooh. Should I get a picture of you? I should take a pic. Okay, and pose. There she is, under construction. We're almost at Notre Dame, and then we'll be off. So I'm usually kind of like a hater about like touristy shops, but these are really painted. They're like legit. What's up, lady? Painted. Look at it's like raised. Cool. I really want to get that home. I'm not going to try. Okay. This tote bag is like a lot of the places we're trying to go to. Should I get it, Paul? Yes. So I have a tote bag too? Yeah, you get a tote bag, I get a tote bag. Wait, he's sticking his tongue out. I love that. Look at this one. So because of this bag, do we need to go to the Arc de Triomphe? Yeah, we're gonna have to because it's on the bag. We went across the bridge. There's Notre Dame. We saw it. It's obviously under construction because of the fires.
But we did get to see from the front. It was beautiful.
It was cool.
Yeah. And we also sang Out There, Standing by the Seine. And then we decided to scrap that whole idea. Yeah, it was so great. Then we scrapped that whole idea.
Yeah, we had this whole video idea. It was not going to work.
Anyway.
We're now moving from Notre Dame down the Seine toward the Louvre. Or, I think getting close. I don't know. On the map it looks pretty close, but who knows. This girl on TikTok, it's like, I was feeling unhappy with my life, so I just bought a last minute plane ticket to Paris, and I'm staying in one of the, like, this, like, you know, like, upstairs with the huge windows.
Yeah.
She goes, having to have quieting the massive urge to take pictures of every building that I walk by.
Yeah.
I feel that 100%. Yeah, I feel. Speaking of, what a shot. The house is over there. So cute. And look at this. Oh, it's a port. Still, this is so pretty. It's a port.
Okay, wait. The next section of the story is so funny and kind of embarrassing. We were standing waiting for the rain to pass, like under a tree, because we did not bring our umbrellas because the weather said no rain today. We should have known. We should have known. And so we were sitting under a tree, and I was working because I had to get something posted for a brand deal. And I was like, Luke, if we found a restroom pretty quick, that would be great. Luke was like, okay. And then I was like, actually, no. I kind of need one like pronto. And because we don't know the French names of restaurants, we can't just like look up like, oh, a Pret nearby. We could have. I didn't realize Prets were called Pret here.
We haven't seen very many.
No. But like, there was like, I was like, I don't know where to go. So there are public toilets. We didn't film about the public toilets because it felt kind of invasive, even though there was no one around. But they're like these things on the sidewalk that are like giant, and they have like an automatic door that opens and closes. You might have seen them on like TikTok and stuff. But they open and then they like, you go in, it's kind of a big room. You can use the bathroom, wash your hands, and then you push flush, but it doesn't flush. And then you leave, and then the door closes, and then it literally hoses down the entire thing. Like it makes sure you're gone, like sensors that you're gone. And then it like blasts. You can see the water from the outside. Like it's like intense. It's like, I was like cleaning. So Paul had to go so bad. We looked up one, we found one, we walked. It was literally like half a mile away. And I was like, I was booking it. I said, this man has to go. And we knew that there was one. Oh yeah, that's right. Because there was one right next to where we were going at the Louvre. And we're like, oh, we're headed that way. So that'll work perfect. I didn't realize quite how bad I didn't realize. I was going there. I was on my way. He was cruising. For a bruising, if you know what I mean. He was about to. So, I made it. You made it. But we couldn't figure out how to use the thing. So he got in there and he closed the door and he thought he needed to lock it. But then he opened the door and then it made him get out, do its minute-long cleaning, and then he could go back in. Poor thing. I was shaking. I was quaking on my boots. You're quaking. Anyway, so then we experienced a public toilet in Paris. That was not on the list, but to be perfectly frank, it was fun. Kind of a vibe. And then we had to do the Louvre.
Check mark. The Louvre. Check. I would love to go inside, but no time. We keep stopping at other shops. All the vintage shops keep calling our name. I know. Well, and honestly, I'm just having fun. Yeah. It's been a blast so far. I also love wandering, so that's like my favorite. Aww. Cute. The Louvre. My question is, was this a moat? Or did it house animals to keep you alive? Like in London? Yeah. Not sure what she is, but she's cool. What? I think somebody suggested it. Oh, did somebody suggest that one? Is that the street, or is that what it is? I don't know. It's cool, though. Should we walk over there so we can see the statue? Sure. Hey! Ooh. Ooh, that's pretty.
Little pig.
A little kitty pig. Little pig. Yeah. This is part of the Louvre, so technically it counts into this video. Yeah. Okay. Who's there? Who's there? We have no idea, though. We have no idea what's going on. We're just trying to see as much as we can.
One of the most annoying things is that the entirety of Paris is basically under construction, taking down everything from the Olympics. There's so much construction, and it's so terrible. Walkways are closed. The roads are closed. So then cars are everywhere. Like, it's just kind of chaos. And I know that it's probably fairly chaotic in general here in Paris with the streets and things and cars. But, like, walking pedestrian traffic alone is, like, chaos because you don't know where you can walk, and Google doesn't know. Yeah. Like, Google is like, where are you going? And you're like, I can't go the way you're telling me. I have to go around this massive structure. So anyway, that being said, it was very annoying at this point. This is where we start realizing that the Louvre is under construction and nothing looks right. Like it all looks terrible. So we start walking. We realize, okay, here's the corner of the Louvre. Like, I guess we'll take a picture of it. And we kind of have forgotten the Louvre also has like the pyramid thing. Yeah. But we'll get to that. So we were like, well, we saw the Louvre. And so then we were looking at our next thing on our list of things we were going to do. And one of our longtime viewers and friends, Tim, suggested that we go to the original Chanel. That's like the whole like luxury district.
Okay, Tim.
One of our long-term followers and friends now. He told us to come to the original Coco Chanel store where they started Chanel. She says Chanel.
Is it? Right here. 31.
We're not going to go inside because I'm just like this. And I've got cool enough.
But I love the history. So I love that it's here. That's super cool. Thanks for putting this on our ear, Tim.
Now, if you know anything about us, you know that we're pretty cheapskaty. I would totally buy a dupe if I could. But I love luxury fashion. I think the bags are cool. I don't care enough to spend the money on it. So we walked through the entire luxury district and then realized the park is still going and the park is there. So maybe we should go look at the park. So we sneak our way back to the Louvre and then realize, oh, there's the pyramid thing. We need to go do that. Which honestly, that was a cool thing. I'm glad we did that. I'm really glad we did that because we saw that. That was really cool.
Whoa, it's busy. But there it is. There it is. Let me bounce around a little bit. This is so cool. There it is. Whoa. But also look up here. We've got this nice little area. We can take some pics. I can zoom in, take some pics of you.
Yeah, nobody's even up here.
Look, it looks so close when you zoom in like this. There she is.
It's beautiful. We're not going to go inside, but hey, girl.
I would just like to state, for the record, that Google said there would be no rain today, all day, and the first chance of rain coming next would be tomorrow at like noon. It has rained on us like 3 times. I'm not mad about it, but I would have brought my umbrella had I known it would rain this much.
We pass on from there and we're headed to the Eiffel Tower. At this point, we're like, nothing else. We just have to get to the Eiffel Tower. We were just, because it had taken us, it was already like mid-afternoon. I know. Like probably 2 or 3 in the afternoon. And then we were crossing, we entered this little park area. I don't even know. And then we walked across this street and we look up the road and we see the Arc de Triomphe. Yeah. Is like right down there, which was on our list, but we didn't think we were going to make it. Yeah. Because it looked like it was far away. And it is far away, but it's just a straight line to it. So we like looked at it, we're like, well, check that off. Here we go. So like, keep going. We're almost there. And then we got a little lost because we had seen on Instagram there's some cool viewing places for the Eiffel Tower. You can mess with those. We couldn't find them. So we were like walking in circles for a bit.
That's the Grand Palais. It is currently under construction and you can't go inside. Somebody, I believe, was telling, that could be wrong. Don't trust this information. But somebody was telling me, I think that is the inspiration for Willy Wonka. Like where the shop that he puts in the new movie, the new musical movie, because everyone thought it was not going to be a musical and it was. Oh, so mad. They marketed that wrong. But anyway, that is it. It is pretty, but you can't go inside. This statue looks like it's got a projection face. Like a face that's projected onto the rock. I mean, look, it looks like it's like one of those Disney projection maps from the inside. Why is it so funny to me? Look at that. Luke was not talking about the Eiffel Tower. He was talking about the garden.
What did I say? Find ways you can get close to the Seine. It doesn't go the entire way, but there are docks along the way. And that's where we ended up taking. There was a lot of places for photos where like there's crowded areas for photos, or you can go down here and get these really cutesy photos where we were filming a TikTok. Nobody was around. We were filming TikToks where we put our phones down because we were so freaking afraid to put our phones down because everyone was like, snatchers, don't put your phone down. I'm sure the snatchers are real. We just, maybe because it's 2 guys and we were all wearing all black on purpose, but we were speaking English the whole day. So, we would have looked like tourists anyway. Oh no. And we had to look at our phones, but we were just really cautious of whenever I pulled my phone up, I had my holding it. So, and then we'd only put it down whenever there was no like traffic by you. Is where the only place we put it down. Yeah. The side the Eiffel Tower's on, go to the other side of the Seine. And then if you walk down toward the Eiffel Tower, there's all these like cobblestone docks that you can walk down to. Mm-hmm. And they're not that busy. I don't know if people just want to go. And I don't know if it's like riverboat cruises or like restaurants that are on boats or like little cruise boats, like where you can like rent a cruise. And no one had a problem with us being there. We barely saw anybody down there except a few other photographers. And everyone was just like, okay. And you're
there's
really close to the Eiffel Tower. Like, it's a great spot for photos. Anyway, so we saw the Eiffel Tower. It was at this point that we realized we were very hungry.
So we spent a little bit more time filming at the Eiffel Tower than we had planned. So our glamorous vision of walking the city
Might be coming
to a close. We haven't actually eaten anything since we left other than coffee. We did have a big breakfast.
Wow. That's
sharp.
Look.
Jeez, bro, you're bleeding.
Yum.
Vampire. I wasn't really hungry until about 30 minutes ago. We were filming a dance video, and Luke and I were getting hangry with each other. Truth story. And both of us kind of, around the same time, we're like, oh, we're getting hungry. And it is nearly 5 o'clock, so it is about time to eat another meal.
So we should have walked back the way we came. We didn't, because we were like, well, let's take a different route. Bad idea, because you have to go all the way around this stuff. And we're so hungry, and it's uphill. So you're like cranky, hungry, and it's uphill. So it's not exactly, and our legs are tired. We've walked 3 days at Disneyland Paris, and then a full day of 15 miles. At this point, it's probably been about 10 miles that we've walked in Paris alone.
Ooh, another check mark. Cute.
So anyway, so we start making our way back, and at this point we don't film very much because we were hungry and tired and ready to be done. And so we should have taken the train back. We should have just been like, scrap this whole concept. We're just going to take the train back. And because we knew the ramen shop was back this way, there was like cafes, and there was really cute little manga shops that closed. We knew closed kind of early,
They closed at 7:30.
7:30.
We literally got back at 7:45. Like they just closed. It's so upsetting.
So we should have taken the train back and just been like, screw it, like let's get back. My friend Marais voice memoed us at the exact right time and said that her favorite thing to do in Paris is just walk around and explore, get a baguette from a patisserie, and just walk around with a baguette. The difference between a patisserie and a patisserie is that patisserie is making bread, and a patisserie is usually having it like shipped in. Patisseries are known for bread. Patisseries are known for pastries or like sweet treats, but all of them are going to have everything. Patisseries are generally going to bake the bread themselves. Yes. Patisseries are going to bring it in from somewhere.
So we wanted to find a patisserie because on our list we had to find a baguette, and we hadn't had a baguette, so we found a baguette.
A baguette. And some coffee.
Found it. That's good, but my hip teeth kind of hurt.
Give that to me. I love the crust on a baguette. So good.
Just got shot espresso.
Technically, it's an Americano. It just means they pulled a long shot. So I would need to actually ask for water. But this is pretty good.
Let's keep moving.
And honestly, baguettes hit different here. I love a baguette because I love the crust on the baguette. But man, walking around Paris with a baguette in hand, it's so good. It's so good.
Cheers to Paris.
And a baguette. Hurry up.
After that, we walked quite a bit longer looking for some actual food, but everything was so basic. This area must be so touristy, but it was like burgers and like it was. It felt like we were at Disney World, and they have no different. Like it's like every same menu everywhere is the same. And so we were like, oh, I'm so bored. And so then we were like, no, and we almost got too far, but then we were like, we forgot to go to Angelia's, the chocolate place.
Near the Louvre.
And we were kind of close. So we were like, crap, pivot, head to chocolate. Get there. That line is so freaking long. And we were like, ain't no way to do this. No. So we were like, we're going to leave. So as we leave, we were like, let's look at the menu real quick. Just to make sure, you know? So we looked at the menu. I see a little sign in there. I can't read it, but there's arrows going like this. And there's no line on this side over here. But I see a little counter, you know? And I thought maybe that's where you check out. Like,
no, and I'm beyond that. I see in the window, there's a whole like counter with a coffee maker and like chocolate things.
So I was like, look, let's ask. Maybe there's a walk-up. Maybe there's like a little takeaway. So I walk up to, Luke walks up to the lady and he's like, takeaway? And she's like, yeah, sure, right here. And we're like, okay.
It all looks good. This lemon.
Hold on. So we got finger tart chalk.
These are the two.
So we like walk in there, get our little pastries.
The girl who helped us was so nice.
So nice.
Oh, we'll also get 2 of these.
Yes, please.
I just want to buy all of it. I want everything.
Delightful. They're good.
So
I thought you have to wait in that long.
let's give it a try. The drinking chocolates. Oh, that's very rich.
It's very chocolatey.
It's very good. All right, here we go.
Isn't it chocolatey?
Oh my gosh, it's like drinking chocolate is what it is.
It's like drinking chocolate.
It's like drinking chocolate. So, had a great experience there. We drank that chocolate so fast. Then we walked and we were like, we have to find food. But we found this little walkable area. I don't know where it is. I know it's kind of close to our hotel.
Yeah.
It was on the way back to our hotel that we found it. But it was busy, a lot of young people. There was like patisseries, restaurants, pizza shops, ramen, doner. We were looking for something that felt very French. So we were like, what if we just got a baguette that's Seine sandwich? That's everywhere.
Yeah.
So we went to a patisserie to see if we could find that.
There's a baguette sandwich.
Baguette sandwich? And then we have a toasted one. It's hot.
Give us a little bubbly.
A little sando. One of them's hot.
One was cold.
A cold sandwich.
So we're gonna have to do halvesies on it.
Of course.
Got split the wealth.
Share the love, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, show the love. Look at this. So cute.
I mean, just look at it.
Yeah.
Can you just look at it? Let's just look at it.
That looks so good.
I don't have anything to cut it with.
That's okay, just start eating on one.
I don't want to try.
Just rip it out, man. Perfect. So good.
Ooh.
Amazing. Sharing time. I'm not sure this really checks anything off our list.
Our meal, you know?
Yeah,
It's quite the meal.
it's quite the meal.
It's only 7:15. We were very hungry though, and we were walking down this little area, and we're like, this is very French. And we get to sit out on the street and just chill. So we're like, we'll do that for the video, for vibes.
For vibes.
Yeah, but then they were so nice in there, and they got this stuff. It's also a patisserie, so like they have like all the desserts and stuff. Like, but we already got dessert, so I was like, well, we're just gonna eat the sandos then.
Might
Might as well, and it's kind of a vibe. So. Me neither. Yes, I'm aware this is dangerous. I know. I'm freaking out. This is a thoroughfare. I'm afraid someone's gonna walk off with my phone.
It's a vibe.
It's a vibe. This was actually really tasty, and while we were here, I felt like it was super taboo, but we did eat our Angelina like desserts, which were very tasty.
They were good.
Yeah.
So good. Got a little zest to it.
It's good.
If you look on the side, it's like a lemon inside the It almost looks like a poached egg.
It's not the texture I thought it would be. Like, not in a bad way, just in a different way. Okay.
Like it's like the meringue is like thicker.
Whoa. That's good. I'm gonna try to slide it back on now that there we go.
Yeah, it's like not like
Slide on everywhere. Okay, here we go.
try this one.
guy. Oh shoot.
She said this was her favorite.
Yeah. So we said, okay.
It was on our top 3.
Yeah.
There's another vanilla one we wanted. She said, just get this one.
Yeah, this is better. Come on. After I've literally destroyed it.
What's it caught on?
Just the bottom of it, I don't know.
Alright, get you at 4. Yeah, there you go.
Oh. Alright.
That's like the largest bite you could have possibly taken.
Oh. There's no crunchies in there?
Oh.
That's really good. Something on the base there.
Hard to cut through a little bit. Bust into it. Here we go.
See how I get a smaller bite? Very demure.
Oh, shut up.
Kidding, 'cause you haven't
Shut
tried.
up. I couldn't get into it.
It's the crunchies.
It's the crunchies for me. Yeah.
What is that on the inside?
I don't know, it's like hazelnuts or something?
No, like this, like sauce. It's like layered.
Is it that? No, that's not the crunchy.
I don't know if it's this, the nuts. Like they taste like hazelnuts
Like,
to me.
yeah, hazelnutty, but not like Nutella hazelnut. Like,
Yeah.
Like hazelnut.
Yeah, like hazelnuts, actual nuts. Yeah.
I'll try this one again. You know? It's like
These are fancy. These are fancier than I've ever experienced. That lemon is so good though.
Then it was time to get back home. I needed to go back. I really was full at this point, and I didn't want anything, but I really wanted that ramen near our hotel, and so I was like, well, what if we went back and just got that little bowl of ramen? Like, just a big little bowl of ramen.
We were getting some ramen in Paris because we thought it was close.
To noodles.
Dude, look at this over here. It's so cute.
That's hot.
Spicy?
Yeah, I'm crying.
Good. Is your fries so good?
I ate it a little too fast too. I was just like, oh, it's so good. My lips are on fire. I haven't eaten ramen this spicy.
In a long time.
Yeah, because Japan we always ask for it as like as spicy as they could possibly make it.
And it was not like this.
And it was not like this at all.
No.
This one we saw their scallion.
So we did the
scallion.
midway.
We did midway.
It was like 1, 2, 3, 4,
like,
5, or 6.
He's like, you sure?
Or 5.
And I was like,
Six.
yeah, we can handle it. And we handled it.
Like champs. But we are sweating. But clean bowl. Luke did not finish his broth. I did.
I kept coughing because I kept getting chili flakes.
Oh no, yeah, same.
So I was like, I want to finish it. No, you can't.
Come on.
You can't do me dirty like that on the vlog.
Yeah. You gotta drink it. Drink it all. There's also nuts in there too.
I got all those.
Yeah.
But like that's all chili.
Well.
Done. Such a cute little ramen shop. When we were looking, we were like, oh, it's kind of small. I hope they have room for us. They have room.
We live next door is a pub, and it is like packed outside.
Like outside of the
And we were
pub.
like, that's the ramen shop. We're going somewhere else, but it wasn't. It was the pub, and this place had seating. So, 10 out of 10 would recommend the noodles. I have no idea where we are. We're in Paris somewhere.
And then right after that, we went and got ice cream. And then we got a matcha, like, crepe cake. It's like the layered crepe cakes. And then we also got a pancake. It's a pancake, or it's like a crepe filled, like, with cream cheese. And tofu and whipped cream. It was so good. So good. I saw them on TikTok, and so I thought it was a good idea.
Dig in. It's going to start melting.
The stands are so cute.
You're going the full 9 yards.
I like this.
Ooh. That matcha's good.
That's just like in Japan.
Yeah. I love that sakura. Or maybe travel to another country to eat other countries' foods. Like not the country they're in, just any other country, apparently. We've had a lot of English breakfast. Okay. We did have a lot of English breakfast.
Well, I've had entirely too much tonight. Just eating too much. What else are we gonna do?
I feel like it's just on point for us.
I think we should just go back to South Korea. No, go back. Go to South Korea. I was gonna say go back to Tokyo.
I know. I want to go back to Tokyo so soon.
Careful. No. Careful what you wish for. On the way, we see this little Asian food store. When Paul and I love Asian food stores, and we're always looking for a specific kind of tough gummy. They didn't have them, but they did have one-piece gummies. And Paul's a sucker for good marketing.
Yeah.
He loves One Piece. So, went in there, reminisced about Asian things, and laughed about how we were in another Asian market in the UK, and said maybe we should just go back to Japan.
Luke, we may need to stick to traveling to Asian countries.
I know. We just went in there. We go to every little anime or Asians where we can fly. We found some goods. We got them, headed back to our hotel, and it was right around the corner. It was really close.
it was actually really quite close.
And we saw a poke place right near our hotel. I was like, we looked for this last night. I also think that my perception of what's close, like when we looked on a map the first night we were here when we were trying to find food, I was like, oh, that's so far away. And then like once we walked to the city, I was like, nothing is that far away.
Nothing is that far away.
Even like technically the Eiffel Tower is like, yeah, it's like an hour 40 to walk there.
If we walked straight there though, I think
Yeah.
with the speed we walked, we could have done it in an hour and 20 minutes.
Yeah, easy. It's not, and especially that way, it's downhill. So it's like, man,
The worst part's going back.
Yeah, really. Anyway, that is our 24 hours in Paris. I hope you enjoyed our little excursion. Don't die. Okay, bye.
A special thank you to Peter, Joseph, Tim, Enzo, and the rest of the patrons over on Patreon for making this video possible. We couldn't do it without you. If you want to join our Patreon, go over to patreon.com/TwinSauce or check the link below.